YouTube friends, what's going on? David back with a brand new video. Today we're talking about how to film highlight videos. Now, sometime in your life, you're going to shoot some kind of event highlight video. Could be a wedding highlight, could be a corporate event highlight, could be a mixer highlight, a networking event, something where you need to capture a bunch of people, hopefully having fun, engaging in some kind of interaction with other people, with the brand, with products, right? Basically just like a big party. How do you film an event highlight video for your client that's paying you money so that way they can get some kind of return on their investment? What that basically means is they're gonna give you money, you're gonna shoot, you're gonna post-produce, you're gonna add music, you're gonna add maybe some kind of like light VFX or light leaks, you're gonna edit the cuts, could be fast, slow, a mixture of them. And you want to be able to give that to your client so that way they can get funding, they can promote their next event and make it an even bigger event. So today I'm going to walk you through a recent event highlight that I did for one of my clients called Salt Culture, and they had a rooftop party with 2 or 3 brands, specifically their own personal brand, Salt Culture, a mixture of lifestyle and culture, fashion, right? And then also there was like a tequila or like a wine service brand there, and then also the Hotel Pendry itself. When you're filming event highlight videos, the first thing you want to consider is who needs to be represented. What brands need to be represented, what VIPs or celebrities need to be represented, and then also the mood and tone. What I mean by mood and tone is this going to be like rooftop party kind of hype, Coachella vibe? Is it going to be more of like a professional setting, suit and tie sort of thing, business casual wear, right? You want to make sure that you know the mood and tone to go along with who needs to be in it and also what needs to be in it. So in this example, we have a couple of detailed shots and some medium shots of the Salt Culture brand, a couple of items of clothing that they have as far as, being like a retail store. They want to be able to show off what they have, what kind of clothes they offer. Ambience and environment, right? This is more of like an upbeat kind of video that I wanted to give to the client. Something that, again, they can do for future clients. They also have, rooftop pools, or maybe even like an outdoor kind of pool area where people can just have fun. They can have drinks, they can, take selfies, and just have a good time. Pacing wise, I feel like event highlight videos, depending on what they are, but in general, they should be of a little bit faster pace. They don't necessarily need to be like, quick 2-3 second cuts, but it's something along that line where you can feel it's gonna vibe with the brand and the image that you're portraying. So for instance, if you're showing like the title or the name of the brand for like 3 seconds, sometimes that's not long enough for someone to remember it in their head, right? In their brain, to remember that, SALTCULTURE, right? Something like that. So you want to have it maybe a little bit longer. But with action, with like, people smiling or, cheering, things like that, if it's like 2-3 seconds, you want to go with a faster cut, I think that's totally fine. To go along with the pace of it, you also want to ask yourself, do I need to shoot slow motion? What should I want to shoot in slow motion, and what doesn't need to be in slow motion? For my client, she didn't really want anything in slow motion for this, for the space. So we shot everything in 23:9:8. Along with 3 different cameras. We use the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K, the Pocket 4K, my GH5, and then also the Sony A7 Mark III. The A7 III was on the Zhiyun Crane 2. The GH5 was handheld using the Sigma 18-35 to get some handheld shots. IBIS works really well too, so you can get some kind of like, panning, smoother shots, so to speak, right, without a slider. And then the Pocket 4K was handheld on the Easy Ray just to get that more like chaotic kind of movements that you might see, with like music videos, right? Something that's really hype, really like you're in it. It's very rough, very raw, very rugged. I wanted to have a mixture of smooth shots using a gimbal, having some more intimate shots being handheld, and then some kind of chaotic, sporadic, fun, upbeat type of movement using the Easy Rig. All those 3 elements combined gave me the opportunity to create something unique in post-production. And I think that's the other part I wanted to give you guys is, know the tools that you have. If you want to use a slider, if you want a shot to be locked off, if you want to use a gimbal, if you want to use like a steady cam or a glide cam or handheld shots, right? All of the techniques of cinematography come together to give you the best opportunity to create an amazing story in post-production. And again, if you only have one camera, I think the best thing to do is have multiple lenses. Have like an ultra wide lens that you're gonna put on your gimbal. Have a some kind of zoom, 24-70 if you're on full frame. 18 to 35 if you're on crop sensor. That way you can get your medium shots, your close-up shots, and then you can get close enough to your subject or to the object to get your extreme close-ups or detail shots. Have maybe like a portrait lens, like a 75 or an 85, again, depending if you're on crop sensor or full frame. That way you can get those really, really nice and just buttery detail shots. Mood and tone, as far as like the color goes, I think that's something that you should really look at the brand, look at what kind of colors that they typically use. If they use a lot of like browns, a lot of ambers, a lot of whites, right? Maybe just different like tones or shades of whites. Maybe it's more oranges and maybe some more blues, maybe some hues of like cyan, right? Look at the colors they typically use and then try to mimic that in post-production. So maybe you have like teals in the shadows, which is what I prefer. And then for, more of like the people, they're more like warm colored, right? Those are my tips when it comes to filming highlight event videos. Again, like 60 seconds, maybe 90 seconds, right? Hopefully you can convince your client to keep it less than 90 seconds because no one on earth is gonna watch a 2 to 3 minute highlight video of a bunch of people just, randomly getting drunk or, what I'm saying? Like it's 3 minutes of just nonsense, So if you can convince your clients like, yo, all you need, 60 seconds, perfect, 30 seconds, perfect, 90 seconds, you'll make it work. But again, those are my tips, friends. If you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'd love to hear your guys' views on filming event highlight videos. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as always, just so you're notified of new content coming out. And remember, friends, every day you have an opportunity to create your experience and to write and tell your own story. My name is David Lee, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.